Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ, and we're dealing with the NBA. The latest COVID-19 surge is leading to the postponement of multiple games Sunday. The Nets and Nuggets game plan for tonight in Brooklyn is off. The Nets have up to 10 players in the protocols, including their big three of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. The Brooklyn's game on Tuesday versus the Wizards also postponed. Tonight's Cavaliers-Hawks game has been put off due to Cleveland's decimated roster. ESPN reports that Jarrett Allen, one of 5 Cavaliers players to test positive today. That's on top of Evan Mobley and Isaac Okoro this weekend. Atlanta All-Star Trae Young also entered the protocol today. And add 76ers Pelicans to the list. That makes it 3 games postponed today. Andre Drummond and Shake Milton have entered the protocols, making it 3 for the Sixers. 4 other players have been ruled out, while Joel Embiid, Danny Green, and Tyrese Maxey are questionable. ESPN adding there is optimism the Sixers and Celtics can play tomorrow. But Orlando at Toronto has also been added to the list of postponements. And Lakers coach Frank Vogel is in the protocol as well. 2 games postponed. So it is a very fluid situation in the NBA this Sunday afternoon. We're literally going minute by minute, hour by hour at this point in terms of games being called off. So for more, let's bring in our NBA analyst, the Coach Avery Johnson. Coach, here we go. Things ramping up all across the professional sporting landscape, and now it is the NBA's turn. What are your thoughts on the steps that the league is taking today?
Well, Jeremy, my initial thoughts are, it's not just about the present, but it's about the future. Now, let's think about some of the teams that's involved. Atlanta, Trae Young, the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving potentially. Think about those teams. Atlanta's playing the New York Knicks on Christmas Day. Brooklyn's playing at Los Angeles against the Lakers, not the Clippers, on Christmas Day. We also have a marquee matchup with Golden State in at Phoenix. But this is about getting Trae Young healthy, Kevin Durant healthy, and based on the protocols for vaccinated players, they must pass 2 consecutive COVID tests before they can be released from the health protocol. So this is really all about those Christmas Day games. There's an enormous amount of attention. A lot of NBA fans start watching NBA games on Christmas Day because you're at home with family, you're having a good time, you're eating and doing whatever families love to do. So this is not just about today, because if those teams continue to play and they continue to have a high level of COVID cases as we embark on the Christmas Day games, the NBA cannot afford to cancel those games.
Coach, are you satisfied with what you're seeing from the league in terms of the testing and the response?
Oh, I'm satisfied, because as a former player that played 16 years in the league and played a couple of those Christmas Day games, I know how important it is to the marketing and the brand of the NBA. So I'm satisfied overall. Sure, it's not a perfect situation. We thought Russell Westbrook was going to be out for several games, but he ended up having a few tests and maybe a false positive, and then he was back on the court against Minnesota. So overall, it's not going to be a perfect situation. We don't understand this new variant. This is something new. We're just finished dealing with the Delta variant. So I'm not a doctor, but overall, I understand the league position. They're also trying to keep everybody safe and healthy, and the message that they're sending to the public and their fans has to be consistent with all of their protocols.
As you see the games that are postponed tonight, there are 3 games off tonight. Then the Raptors Magic game has been called off on Monday, and the Wizards at Nets game has been postponed on Tuesday. Coach, as we mentioned, a number of professional leagues are dealing with the outbreak at this point in time. The NFL having to reschedule games. The NHL has a number of teams that are on pause until after Christmas. There is talk in the National Hockey League about a league-wide pause and opting out of the Winter Olympic Games based on how the COVID situation is evolving. How far away are we, or are you, what is your level of concern? Let me put it that way. What is your level of concern that the NBA could be headed in that same direction, given what we're seeing today in terms of the outbreaks amongst the teams?
Well, my level of concern is very high, especially as you navigate across all of the different leagues, as you alluded to. You know, we have a NFL game that was supposed to be played on Saturday. Now they've moved that to Tuesday. You know, I was covering college basketball on yesterday for CBS Sports Network. We saw about 13 games postponed and or canceled on yesterday. And now what's happening with hockey. So there is a high level of concern. But I believe in Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, and the leadership in the front office, in the commissioner's office, that they're going to adjust and make all of the necessary decisions. We've heard about adding more replacement players because we understand that NBA owners want these games to be played, and they don't want the season to be reduced from 82 games to 62 games as they were on last year. So even though we're concerned, but you got to have trust and hope in the leadership. And I think the NBA is in tremendous hands. And I know Adam Silver and all of the medical folks that's involved are going to make the best decision, not only for the health and welfare of the players and coaches, but also for the fans.
When the first outbreak occurred with COVID, the NBA was the one who led the way in terms of putting the league on pause as we began to navigate things, and then also the comeback in the bubble. Avery Johnson, our NBA analyst, jumping on with us here on HQ to discuss the postponements. Coach, great to see you. Stay safe. We'll talk to you again soon. There are games that are going on tonight. As mentioned, 3 games are off. Another game on Monday is off. Game on Tuesday is off. But here's what's being played tonight. Heat 7.5-point favorites as they head to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Timberwolves 3-point favorites as they take on the Mavericks. We talked about the Lakers Bulls. Frank Vogel is in the protocol, so Ken Bazemore will be the assistant coach tonight as they deal with that. Dave Fizdale will be the acting coach tonight against the Bulls, who's been dealing with an outbreak of their own. And then Hornets at the Suns. Phoenix 7.5-point favorites. That game underway at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.